When Jack asked me to speak about Flat Stanley, I was at a loss for what to say at first. Sure, I could ramble on about Jack being a brilliant director and making us actors go to depths we didn't know we had. Or, as an adorable paper boy reminded me, I could do what I do best. So instead of taking the high road and saying wonderful things about these talented teenagers, I will give you the dirt instead. Did you know Chelsea McManus was afraid of Swiper from Dora the Explorer? And her least favorite word is moist. Did you know Liz, Imelio, and Adri Spear are as dingy in real life as they are in the movie? There is no acting in them. When their acting careers fizzled out, they headed off to Westfield State together, where they earned the nicknames Lucy and Ethel. Did you know Ryan Emilio's acting career actually began at an early age? He was quite fond of dancing in home movies in his sister's dance outfits and
Beautiful.
And Ryan and Kevin, you have grown as an actor, because now that, quite frankly, would just be awkward in you. Did you know Jack Dalton had an invisible friend named Sean? And he would play everything on. And apparently there was quite a tense magnadoodle incident in the family dance that poor Sean took the rap for. But it kind of makes you wonder, was Sean actually mortalis? And Jack kind of ticked him off, so he came back to take over the world. Did you know Cara Balboni was quite the biter and pincher as a child? Even her brother and sister were afraid of her. And it seems she had quite a problem with keeping her clothes in her drawers, which I come to understand she still does today. And finally, did you know Katie Bonavita, being the diva that she is, unfortunately could not make it here tonight, like going to the Red Sox is more fun than this. But in all seriousness, spending time with these teenagers, driving all over town, and by the way, gas cost me $375. Buying them food at Dunkin' Donuts and going to the car wash was an absolute pleasure, and I am honored that they let me spend time with them.
I need to learn from her sources. A lot of that was really creepy. I didn't even find out about Katie until last night at like midnight. Oh my god.
What was Sean's last name?
Sean's last name, in case you were wondering, was Padoozly Poop. So yeah, I'll let that sink in while the next segment.
Can you spell that?
No, you can't spell it. That's the beauty of Sean. It's in a different language.
There was once a paper boy. Not a boy who delivered the newspaper, a boy who's literally made of paper. And a young girl. They shared a love that was inseparable. But the day came when the boy had to leave.
Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? Did you know?
No! We do not have time for this!
Hey!
Not again!
Darn it! Hurry, Stanley. We're meant to be together. We're gonna get out of this town and start a whole new life together. I promise. Oh my God!
Yeah! Does this count as a hit and run?
Watch as Stanley and Liz fight for true love with the help of her mother and brother.
We gotta get Stanley!
I just got hit by a car!
I don't care! We have to get Stanley!
Her best friend.
What's wrong? I miss Stanley. It's okay.
Their crazy neighbor.
I think what we have to do is assemble the old gang. I'm part of the old gang.
Yeah.
That random girl from school.
Katie, Clark, focus.
And her two business partners.
And I'm also Johnson. Together we are Johnson & Johnson.
They make the shampoo, the no-tear shampoo.
Wrong, Johnson & Johnson.
Flat Stanley was an epic tale of love and comedy told by a comedy team assembled for one purpose: to send something special to a relative of the Imelios.
First off, I want to say, Jack, I don't mind being interviewed by you, but I was told that I was going to be Barbara Walters. One of the most, influential people of 2015.
She got held up. I'm sorry.
It's a little busy today.
What was the question again?
Flat Stanley is probably the quirkiest thing we have ever made.
Oh my God! Stanley! So Flat Stanley, it was like a project for my cousin, and basically we went way over the top with what it had to be.
When Ryan and Liz got Flat Stanley from their cousin and we started taking pictures and we thought how boring that was, and we got to brainstorm to film and
We just went with it.
She's got Stanley! I got this book!
It was just us being us.
So Katie, we got Stanley, and now we gotta go find Liz and Adrian so they can get back together.
Okay.
Hey!
Mr. Stevenson!
What are you doing back there?
Well, I lost my keys to my house, so I slipped in your car!
You what?
It's just a fast-paced comedy where we don't take any time with our jokes.
We're gonna get Hi! Mr. Stevenson. It's gonna be okay. Mr. Stevenson.
Okay, all right.
I think what I liked most about it is that we had a group of people who we normally didn't do videos with, like... It was just, we got this group out of nothing, and it was just so impressive that it worked so well together that everybody clicked.
Katie was a handful.
After sending the first movie to Jordan's class, the Flat Stanley crew received incredible praise and demand for a sequel. RHVTV proceeded to release not one, but two more installments, making Flat Stanley a trilogy.
One of the memories that I've stuck in my head is when I went to see Flight with Brian and Mrs. Imelio, and on the way there and back in the car, we just kept shooting out all these ideas for the last Flat Stanley movie, and they were so fun. When we got back to their house, we started writing all these things down.
But then in the end, yes, I had a big reveal about how I was in love with Stanley, a paper doll.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I object! I have loved Stanley so much longer than her. And I learned the only way I will ever get a part in this movie was if I was the one who married Stanley. And he will be mine.
Be gone, Satan!
Car ride scenes are iconic in Flat Stanley, whether they involved Ryan getting hit by a car, Ryan getting left out of a car.
Did we forget something?
No. I don't know. Nothing important.
Did you hear something?
Did I hear anything?
Ryan running into a car.
I didn't really have a part in Flat Stanley. I just kind of did what... I was in the background for most of it. One
of my favorite shots of all time is Liz looking in the side mirror of her car and seeing Ryan sprinting towards the car in the back down the street.
Oh my God! Yeah!
The car wash. Oh my god. Oh my god, the car wash.
Where did the sun go? Guys, what's happening? Guys, tell me what's happening. What is this?
Mr. Stevenson!
What is this?
Okay,
What?
Yeah, funny story actually. I didn't know this, but apparently it was meant to be. When I was little, I was terrified of the car wash. But at the time of filming that scene in the car wash where Mr. Stevenson freaks out, I did not know that. So it was like little baby Jack calling to Mr. Stevenson and it's like, do this.
Give him a donut, Ryan.
We're all out of donuts. He ate them all.
What is
The fact that you can pull all these people who necessarily didn't really know each other too well or had worked with each other, and just bring them all together and suddenly something like amazing comes out of it. And that was a really good push to conservators, because I had all these people who I had known for a long time in my life, and suddenly I bring all them from different corners of my life together, and then they become the conservators.
Katie, can I have my donut back?
No. In my opinion, Stanley and I should have gotten married. That does not look good. What are we gonna do?
It turned out to be some of the best days, just going around hanging out with you guys and going around town and laughing and people looking at us, and it was a lot of fun hanging out with you guys.
My little girl's getting married tomorrow. I'm gonna be all alone. And so many things are starting to go wrong.
It's fine, I'm here, I'll help you out.
Shut up, Clark, this isn't about you.
It's completely about me. She's my sister.
She's leaving me. I'm gonna be all alone.
It's not like I'm going away. Mom.
Hello, friends.
I'm Stevenson.
Mr. Stevenson.
What's going on?
My little girl's leaving me tomorrow.
Well, I'm still gonna be here though. It's fine.
You do know that.
Clark, it's not the same.
What do you mean it's not the same? Am I not good enough for you?
Well, I've kind of always liked Liz better.
Mrs. Imelio, you're
Mom!
Well, you're older now. You can handle knowing the truth.
No, I can't, Mom.
Like, it's such a goofy, all three of them are just so goofy and so funny that, like, when I think of it, like, I just think of being, like, warm and cozy. Because it's, like, they weren't really serious, and, like, I'm glad they weren't. Because it was just so jokey and so funny, and, like, the point of them was just to, like, make you smile and make you laugh.
You just remember what your past said, or you